I first met Dean not long after my father died. I was a young writer, trying to take off. It's the story of a young man who almost falls in love with another man, or certainly his nature and his character becomes fascinated by him, and he wants to write a book and find his true voice as a writer. And he eventually accomplishes this by going back and forward across America with these sort of wild and fascinating people.
I wish Dean wasn't so crazy now.
You could be wishing that the rest of your life.
I just want a house. Baby. You know, something normal. I really do want that.
We were allowed to know the people behind the characters, and Luann, you could never take from her. She's so generous. It's so forthcoming. It's a bottomless pit. You're never going to waste her. And she gets just as much in return. And so at first, those ideas of being used and sort of being this plaything and functioning as this like sex toy, it was difficult for me at first to as a girl, as just a person, kind of go, why would you do that? I mean, you're interesting, you're really fun, I want to be your friend, but I want to tell you to break up with him. No, she could take it.
This character, Dean Moriarty, was somebody just so yearning for life, so that's so infectious. When there's a lot of complacent people out there and dull, or doing the everyday norm, this was a guy that was so opposite of that, and that within more conservative people, you know, can become a feeling that they're unfamiliar with, but it drives them now and they're hooked.
Dean just raced in society. He had just married a 16-year-old chick named Mary Lou.
Where do you find such absolutely wonderful people? I've never seen anyone like them.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do. The becoming of Dean Moriarty began the part of my life you could call my life on the road.
You finally got on that old road.
In this Mexico,
yes,
where there's the most hypnotizing scene, in my opinion, of the film.
Right.
With the music,
right,
and the crazy dancing, and everything comes together in that part.
Right.
How did that scene go? Do you recall that?
Well, yeah, we had, of course, the music, which is a mambo from a very wonderful composer called Pérez Prado, and we played it full blast, and Garrett Hedlund, the actor, but also the girls who were part of the scene, were really slowly in a trance, and it was about filming that trance that we tried to capture.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I do all these dumb things, and I think in all these distorted ways. I'm burning up.
This movie, thankfully, is very respectful of the whole history. It's an incredibly faithful adaptation of a novel.
I hope that when somebody sees this film that they'll have the urge to jump in a car and go explore either America or their own country and see the lands that they're not familiar with, and take pride in, you know, their country and the back roads and all the beautiful things that nobody gets to see.
And I shambled after as usual, as I have done my whole life, after the people that interested me. Because the only people that interest me are the mad ones. The ones who are mad to live, mad to talk, desirous of everything at the same time. The ones that never yawn or say a commonplace thing, but burn, burn, burn like Roman candles across the night.